The city of Oshawa, the Motor City of Canada, is home to one of the largest auto manufacturing plants in North America. The plant, which is owned by General Motors, produces current models like the Buick Regal, Cadillac XTS, Chevrolet Impala, and the Chevrolet Equinox. The Oshawa plant has around 3,600 employees. Most are unionized. The plant's union, Unifor, is a big opponent to the TPP, saying the deal will allow foreign manufacturers like Japan to walk into Canadian markets almost tariff-free. The result? Unifor says worse conditions for Canada's auto industry. Oshawa's local Unifor president, Ron Svalenko, talks about the trade deal and how it will give foreign manufacturers more power in our markets.
Inside the free trade agreement that we have in North America, for any of the vehicles, finished products, to move between Canada, United States, and Mexico, 62.5% of that vehicle has to be created in one of those three countries. Okay? So that means 37.5 can be created anywhere in the world. Now, the TPP rolls over that number and takes it down to 45%, which essentially means 55% of any vehicle can be built anywhere in the world. And if you take a look at the manufacturing history in places like Japan, they've been very, very focused on maintaining a manufacturing footprint, which means your neighbor, if you will, China, could be building essentially 55% of the vehicle, shipping it into Japan for final assembly, and they would have access to any of our markets tariff-free. And obviously we know that an average industrial wage in China is under $6 an hour all in, and there's no way we can compete with that, so that concerns us. As far as the Oshawa impact, we're estimating somewhere between 12 and 1,500 jobs will be the impact locally here if they implement the TPP.
While Svalenko is not in favor of the deal, others feel that not implementing the TPP will only distance Canada from other trade partners. Conservative federal MP Erin OToole wants Canada to be part of this pact. OToole believes the TPP will open up trade markets and, in fact, help the auto industry. For OToole, there is no question as to whether or not Canada should be involved.
The key question about the Trans-Pacific Partnership was, if Canada was not in this agreement, we would be at a huge disadvantage. If the United States and Mexico entered into the Trans-Pacific Partnership and we didn't, suddenly the least competitive country in North America would be Canada, because we wouldn't have the preferred access to the 700 million people. So why would Honda invest more in Ontario when our market has less access for them? Why would GM invest more in Oshawa if the Oshawa plants had less access than the plants in Michigan, a few hours away? These are the realities, and you don't hear people talk about that in enough detail. If we want to end the auto industry, we would not be part of TPP. That would basically guarantee it. We've seen in auto in Ontario.
O'Toole's party, the Conservatives, had promised to give $1 billion over 10 years to soften the blow the TPP would have on the auto industry. But that promise ended with the election of the Liberals. It's unclear what the Liberals will do to help Canadian industries should the TPP be implemented. Provincial MPP for Oshawa, Jennifer French, believes that the next move is to get all levels of government together to strengthen and support local communities affected by the deal.
I supported our municipality and their motion to, they were calling for a copy of the TPP. That was before, so we've moved beyond that. So now the details are public. But listening to the municipalities as they're looking at this deal and they're having concerns. So I think that the federal and provincial and municipal players need to all work together to ensure that those communities that are impacted significantly by manufacturing, where that plays a role in their community, like Oshawa, that they know what's going on, they know how this is going to play out and how best to strengthen and support those communities.
And many communities are voicing their concerns. One of the most vocal communities is Motor City. Oshawa Mayor John Henry doesn't see this as a free trade deal at all, especially for hardworking Canadians.
The TPP is not equal here in Canada and in the United States. There's different rules governing the auto industry in both communities. For example, tariffs on Japanese cars in the United States are 25 years, ours are 5. The rules are substantially different. So am I concerned? Absolutely. The auto industry is a key component of the economy of Canada. It's a big part of the Oshawa economy, but It's more than that. It's about every auto parts maker, every auto assembly, every factory, and every automotive retiree that lives across this country. So the issue of automotive, it's the apple and the tree. The car is the apple, the shiny thing that you see coming off the end of the line. But the tree is the auto worker and the auto parts suppliers. But the roots of the auto industry are the retirees and where they live and where they spend their pension dollars. So I'm very concerned. I'm also concerned the difference between free trade and fair trade. And there's a difference. You know, free trade is only fair if the playing field is equal in every country. And when the rules are different in other countries than they are here, then that doesn't make it fair or free trade. So I have huge concerns. If you manufacture a product in another country that doesn't regulate the safety of their employees, and here we do, we have great rules in place to protect employees, that's not fair trade. If somebody is able to do something in a way that is unsafe, and it's not allowed here in this country and should not be allowed in any country, that's not fair trade. So in order to have free and fair trade, it needs to be based on an equal playing field. I don't see this in this document.
Now that the TPP has been published, the Liberal government has given average Canadians until early next year to learn about the deal and voice their concerns about the TPP.
It's time to decide if this deal is something Canadians can't live without, or an unfair agreement that looks to undermine Canada's fragile industries.
In Oshawa, reporting for the Chronicle, I'm Michael Clark.